Assalamualaikum
Assalamualaikum
warahmatullahi
warahmatullahi
wabarakatuh.
wabarakatuh.
We are from the third group.
Hi and welcome to our presentation. Today the topic of our presentation is, does the current learning environment cater to needs of all learners? Good learning activities cannot be separate from the condition of a conducive learning environment and support the good and effective teaching and learning process. COVID-19 has changed the learning environment of learners a lot than before. And the learning environment that we currently know as learn from home or online learning. So, what is the lack and the surplus of the current learning environment? The current learning environment makes students unable to interact with teachers and other students. There is no internet access and data package or quota, but the current learning environment is easier and more flexible.
As already we know that we have learning environment at home due to the pandemic is still occurred in this country. The lack of it is we cannot to interact to teacher or teacher cannot interact to students. Not every student can understand immediately what teacher gives, what the material teacher gives. In this current learning, like e-learning that teacher teaches by typing the material in the website without explaining or without more explanation like in the class. There is some students need education which is taught by teaching at first hand, like interacting in the class with teacher, listening teacher's explanation, or requesting teacher to repeat the material or explanation. I think that is more enough for students to understand the material that a teacher gives than current learning environment like this, like just stay at home without interacting to teacher or teacher interacting to students. According to observer, that home study can also result in a feeling of social isolation, of not being social and social with other students. So it's harder to identify the students left behind. Arif, the 4th of June 2020.
In 2020, we have an infectious disease called corona. So the government ordered a shutdown of the public facilities including school. During this situation, we have different problems than learning in school directly. There are two problems that we are facing right now: internet connection and data plan. In this situation, the students cannot doing the assignments or join the learning because their connection is really bad, or they have the connection but they struggle to access it because the connection is really bad. According to Compass.com, on August 2020, students in Simalungun, North Sumatra, they have to climb a tree to get good internet connection. And according to Cirebon City Head of Education, Mr. Irawan Wahyono, he stated that not all students can afford data plan.
A virtual learning environment, known as virtual learning environments, is a web-based platform for learning in digital aspect that some educational institutions are familiar with. Virtual learning supports an exchange of information between user and learning institution for which he is currently enrolled in digital media such as email, chat rooms, web, sites or forums that help relay information to the world in just one click. Some are the entire contents of college, the completeness of the long-range learning application, or sometimes is only in the conventional way. These usually include such material as text, audio or video presentation, and visual presentation supported computerized learning system, better known as electronic educational technologies, learning platform, or learning management system. The main difference is that VLA and LMS are located in the application section, where the learning platform has several characteristics, with the operating systems or course platform, where the educational website is set up a running application on the platform.
Thus, every learning environment certainly has advantages and disadvantages, including the learning environment like now. The current learning environment makes students unable to interact with teachers and other students. There is no internet connection and data package or quota, but the current learning environment is easier and more flexible, right? So you have to enjoy every lesson in the learning environment. Make yourself comfortable as possible and keep praying that the learning environment can be like before. Okay, this is all our presentation. Thank you for your attention. Forgive us for our mistake. Keep health and keep spirit. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.